back to Colonel Samuel Smith Park in Greater Toronto, Ontario for the second half of the first day of the inaugural, the 2025 AFL Canada Men's Club Championships. We had 4 really good matchups to start the day, and we're going to have the Grand River Gargoyles take on the Toronto Dingos in the first of 4 games to finish off the first day of this tournament. Gargoyles coming off a loss and the Dingos a win. So we'll see if the Gargoyles can change their fortunes a little bit. The Dingos, of course, were 10-0 in the AFL Ontario regular season, but lost in the grand final. So they're looking for a trophy in their trophy case that they didn't get this year. But the hot day here in Toronto, the expected high was 27. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but it's definitely feeling hotter. And I'd like to introduce again Greg Bridges, who will be on the broadcast with me. Greg, we'll see if the heat has a bit of effect in these last 4 games of day 1.
We will, and I was just out there during the short break here. It is quite hot at ground level with the sun beating down here in midday in beautiful Toronto, Ontario. Could not ask for better for early October. You always look at these tournaments and you look at early October and you go, could be anything, and we probably got the best we could possibly get. So back at it again, and we should see another 4 really good matches here in the afternoon of day 1 of the 2025 Men's Club Championships.
Absolutely. These 2 teams both from AFL Ontario, so they would know each other pretty well. We'll see if Grand River can give the Dingos a go here as we start the ball up off the hand of Luganardi. High ball towards couldn't mark it. Dingos though pick up the ball, kick towards goal. It's bouncing, but
cleaned up there.
Yep. Gargoyles defending early here, and there's a tackle by Daniel Gunn.
Ball up here, just about the 50-meter arc on the near side wing. For anybody wondering, Dingos in the red and black, going to the right of screen. Gargoyles in the, what would you call that, maroon and gold?
I would call that maroon, yeah.
Maroon and gold going to the left of screen. 2 teams, as you said, very familiar with each other in the AFL Ontario League here, play out of Toronto largely. Grand River Gargoyles play out of the Kitchener-Waterloo Guelph area. So
plays out of Guelph, according to their website.
There you go.
A little bit short there. There's Brad Wooten. Quick one to James Talbot. And there's a bit of a tackle there. In there was Kylan Lewinstra from Perth, Western Australia. Their ball up. We're in the Dingos forward part of the ground here, but the Gargoyles defend well. Up the line, unable to pick it up with Harry Moore. There's a tackle, but that was without the ball.
No, Capade holding the ball.
Holding the
Said
ball.
He dropped it in the from the tackle.
Okay, so Barraza, kick to and a mark to Brad Wooten.
Oh, good kick. Zach paid a mark? Not paid a mark.
Hit the ground.
Yeah, probably the right call there from our angle. We had a good look at it. Looked like he just picked it off the ground. But a great kick. Those are those low kicks we're looking for.
There's a free kick given. I don't think it was for the mark.
I don't think it was either, but a free kick. Same result.
Michael Betta
having a shot here. 40 meters out.
Long kick. Let's see how he does. That's going
Lays
to be well
up.
short, but a mark.
Good body work again. Talk about that forward craft. Just holds his space where the ball is falling. Gives his opponent a little shove.
Uses his height. Gets the ball. So that's Matteo Lagarni.
Team Canada player. Played in last year's Transatlantic Cup.
Going to be a big factor all weekend for them, I'd say, and that's dead straight. As you would expect from him. And that's a goal for the Dingos. They get first blood here in this Dingos Gargoyles battle.
And as we talk about the AFL Ontario context of this match, I mean, the Dingos have been successful for a number of years, back-to-back grand finals. I think 3 grand finals.
3 straight grand final.
3 straight grand final appearances. As you said, fell to the Rebels this year, so looking to use this tournament as a chance to reclaim a bit of glory from that. And The Gargoyles, a team that have always done things the right way, build off Canadians, really built a good program out there. And, important for the league to be in that region of Ontario outside of Toronto. So should be a good contest as the Gargs pick it up here off the center bounce. Good tackle. You can see the pressure from the Dingos is just going to be probably the difference here today. Big handball out to the wing, and it heads to the boundary for a throw-in. AFL Atlantic's own Jonah Scott throwing the ball in on the near side.
The godfather of AFL Atlantic. He was what started the Halifax Dockers over 10 years ago.
Yeah, so one of the very important people in footy out in the East Coast. As the Dingos take the ball with another low kick into the forward 50, just clears the head. Called push in the back, and it's going to be another shot on goal here. Is that Mateo again?
Like it's Chris Jepson. He's going to see if he can call me maybe a goal here. Reference to Carly Ray.
I gotcha.
All right. Kick towards goal. It looks pretty good. No maybe on that one. That's straight through the big sticks. And that's 2 goals straight for the Dingos.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
Yep.
What was that? Flashback to 2011, I want to say, back when that was a popular song?
I couldn't tell you. Years. When you're as old as I am, you don't know what years win. We do want to give a shout out though to Payable Apps, official streaming partner of the 2025 Men's Club Championship. Simplify all the effort involved in accepting, collecting, and reporting electronic payments with Payable Apps. Visit payableapps.com to automate your payments today.
Quick ball up here as we head back down to the Dingos forward 50. Looks like a ball up just on the 50-meter arc.
Dingos. Such of handballs there. Kick towards or forward, but Gargoyles defending. But it comes to number 4, Finn McGee. That goes a little bit right. And that will be the Dingos' first behind. So 2 goals, 1 behind. 13 points to the Gargoyles, 0. Gargoyles still looking for their first point in this tournament. Certainly, they 1-9 in the AFL Ontario regular season, did not make finals. So they're looking for a bit of success in this tournament that they didn't have in their regular club.
Has a bounce down the wing.
Considered in the tackle, I
think
believe.
that's going to be called holding the ball because he bounced it while he was being tackled. I'm going to say that's what that was.
Yep.
And a great kick. And then here we go, using the middle of the ground here. This is what the Dingos are going to do really well.
Wide open Finn McGee.
Little step, gives the handball. Great chase back. Put pressure on that kick. And that was the difference maker. Number 10 with the Gargoyles, Michael Laidley, with a really good defensive chase. Just to put a bit of pressure on that kick. Otherwise, they were in.
Yeah, they're really going to have to defend well, I would say, based on what you would have seen in the AFL Ontario schedule. So, nice ball in there. Picked
Taken
up.
out of the ruck.
Ball goes across the face. So that will be a boundary throw in. Deep in the pocket for the Dingos. Dingos with a 13-point lead here as we're about 7.5 minutes in the first half of this game. Reminder that these games are 2 20-minute halves. Teams are playing 4 games in 2 days. It's a lot of footy for these players. Kick at goal, and it's a behind. So 2 goals, 2 behinds, 14 points for the Dingos. Gargoyles yet to score. The Gargoyles can get out of danger here. Good smart kick. Give you some territory. As much as they can control the ball, the better it's going to be for the Gargoyles.
Yeah.
That one Hits turf, though, and picked up by the Dingos. Kicked. Couldn't.
Not quite
couldn't.
again.
Still picked up by the Dingoes. Oh, that's
Ooh,
a long kick.
Big snap.
And that goes a little bit left. Our left, anyway. And that'll be the third behind for the Dingoes. So 2 goals, 3 behinds, 15 points. Gargoyles yet to score. Gargoyles have to find a way to prevent it just being in their half of the field for long periods of time like this. And there's another mark by the Dingos. Long kick. Can they get a mark? They don't. Good defending there by the Gargoyles. Can they clear it out? Nice handball there. Here's Stephen McLeod.
Holding the ball. Good pressure by the Gargoyles there. Stood up in their back half. They're going to be under the pump, I think, a little bit. So maybe they can, as you said, just hold a bit of possession on this passage of play here. If they could just slow the pace of this down a little bit, maybe get a bit of possession. Good short kick. That's a smart kick.
Yeah, and again, the defenders already had a lot of work here in the hot Toronto sun, so...
And passages like this, it just lets your defenders reorganize, get back on their matchups, take a little bit of a breath.
Missed them on that kick there, so... Dingoes again, gain possession. Always dangerous with the ball. That one goes over the head. Nice turnaround there by Finn McGee.
Worked it out well.
And they get to the midfield.
They'll take a boundary here. And they've got it in the end. Oh, pushing the back.
No, this will be free kick to the Gargoyles. See if they can get in their forward 50. Certainly the defenders are happy to be get a little bit of rest here, I'd say. Kick down the line. And in the hands of the Dingos. Far field. High, long kick.
Sounded touched.
Lots of players around the ball right now.
Holding the ball again. They're hot on the holding the ball in this one. Not a lot of time to get rid of it. Good handball into the middle. Little run by handball. Ran himself into trouble, though, and another good tackle by the Grand River Gargoyles.
Gargoyles seem to be getting a little bit of mojo going here.
Let's see if he looks to this near side. Bit of space here. Nope, goes back to the crowded wing.
Offhands going towards the line.
Good handball.
Long kick. wanted a free kick there, and he does get it. A little bit of a
Called
late
for it. He asked for it. It was probably it might have gone up unrealistic if you had to give the umpire credit there. I always, as a defender myself, I always like to lean towards the defender, but
you defenders, you want to have everything.
The forwards get all the glory.
Well, that's true. That's true. Anyway, Dingos, wow, that's a long kick. Little bit left, and it doesn't quite make it, but it goes over the line for a behind, so that'll be their fourth. 2 goals, 4 behind, 16 points. Gargoyles yet to score.
Looked like he was going for the torp there a bit.
Yeah, that went far.
That's a dangerous kick.
I can't kick a ball that far. Anyway.
Not sure about that kick.
Quick snap here, and that looks good.
Dangerous kick out into the middle part of the ground there. You have to be 100% sure about that if you're going to make that kick. It's an aggressive kick. You don't mind taking it on, but you have to be absolutely sure about it. And that led to the turnover, which led to the quick goal.
By Justin Robertson.
Robertson.
So that's 3 goals, 4 behinds to any 2 points for the Dingos. No points for the Gargoyles. So kind of going the way you would have expected. A 10-0 regular season team in the Dingos with a 1-9 AFL Ontario regular season record for the Gargoyles. So.
And Justin Robertson, that name you said there, heavily involved in the Dingos as coach, and been very involved in getting this set up for them to be in this tournament. So well done to him to get a bit of a reward for his effort.
Lots of players around the ball. And there's fall down. There's a whistle. So ball up in midfield. Jeremy Schwartzentruber going up for the Gargoyles. They do get possession, and is that a sling tackle?
It's called holding the ball. It was a really good movement, though, around that ball up. That's what the Gargoyles have to do. Hit it with pace and see if they can break through that way.
Dingos will gain possession again. Can't take the mark there, but gets possession was Harry Moore.
Heard the footsteps coming, I think, but worked it out in the end. Good handball back into space. Little chip kick. And there's Mateo again, battling hard for it. Handball forward. And the kick to the forward.
Brad Wooten with that. Picked up.
Held off his defender well, and it's led to the goal by the Dingos.
By the Dingos. I didn't see the number there, but another goal for the Dingos. They're fourth, so they're on 4 goals, 4 behinds, 28 points. The Gargoyles yet to score.
But you see that work there, just to bash the ball forward. Good effort here in front of us on the commentary bench here. Just to bash the ball forward, find a bit of space, and then again, that clever little kick to the advantage of the forward. There's very little you can do as a defender in that situation.
Yeah, and even though they didn't get the initial mark, they moved the ball well and got a good position to kick the goal. So back come the Dingos. Can't take the mark, but they do still take possession. Gets a handball away. Gargoyles attempting to get it. Lots of players, a pack of players around the ball.
Couple good handball chain there.
Just rolling, bouncing into the Dingos forward 50. Will it find the line? Doesn't yet. There's a handball by the Gargoyles. They're defending hard, still defending hard. Kick towards goal. There's bouncing. It doesn't go off hands. Doesn't reach the goal. Here's a turnaround. Here's a good chance. Doesn't get all of that. Will it go over for a behind? It does. So another behind for the Dingos. That's 4 goals, 5 behinds, 29 points. Gargoyles yet to score.
Coming around on his left foot there. Tried the left-footed snap. You appreciate that. For a right footer to try the left footer, just didn't quite get it off. But another behind.
You haven't played this sport. Trying to kick your wrong foot is one of the toughest things you can do, I think.
It is always impressive when you see a lefty and you don't know, though, and you think, wow, he's got a really good left foot. And you go, wait a second.
Fooled you. Anyway, no mark there. Gargoyles trying to get forward a little bit. That handball goes awry. Dingos pick it up. And missed by the defender there. Picked up by the Dingos in the pocket. Kick towards Finn McGee, off his hands.
Ooh, good bump.
Good bump. Ball picked up.
That's
quite get where it needed, but smart handball there to space. Picked up here by McGee, and that hits the post for a behind.
I was bending back. It was trying to come back, just ran into the post. Huge bump there onto number 14, Jordan Grand of the Grand River Gargoyles. But he looks like he's gotten himself up and about and will stay in this, but definitely stung him. That was a big hit.
Is that Grand or Grande?
There's that short kick again. This time it works out for them. You see what the Gargoyles are trying to do. Short kicks, keep possession, try to slow the tempo of this a little bit.
Culver to Gentile, Cambridge, Ontario.
This is the kick that they got to make sure they don't lose possession on the ground. Kick to the 3-on-1, and it's too easy in the end.
For Harry
number
Moore.
10, Michael Laidley? Nope, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Number 10, Harry Moore.
Harry Moore. Got some quality hair, too. Kicks towards, that's a nice kick towards the pocket. Picked up by Barat. Towards the middle. Off a defender's hands. Picked up by the Dingos, though, and they're going to get another kick at goal. And it goes a little bit 2 right, and another behind for the Dingos. So that's 4 goals, 7 behinds, 30 points to the Gargoyles yet to score.
Yeah, and I think as we come towards the end of the half here.
4 goals, 7 behinds, 31 points, yes.
Yes, I think as we come to the end of the half here, I think, if you're the Gargoyles, this is probably a little bit what you expected. But when they have those passages of play where they're able to keep possession, it works for them. They've just got to start, executing further up the ground. San Mateo again takes another mark in the forward 50.
It's that kick, that last kick into the midfield. They really seem to the Dingos make them pay most of the time when that happens. So another kick at goal here. Looks pretty good from here.
Very good Team Canada forward. And he slotted another.
Another for the Dingos. 5 goals, 7 behind, 37 points. Gargoyles yet to score here. What we believe is the last minute of this first half. Again, a reminder that these games are 2 20-minute halves. Teams will be playing 4 times this weekend at Colonel Samuel Smith Park. Approaching the last 30 seconds here in the first half. Ball up. Dingos again going forward, but picked up by Tyler Schwartzentruber.
Play on advantage. Big ask of the Grand River defenders. Did well to knock it through for a behind. Dingos kicked off this morning with a game against the Toronto Eagles in what was probably slightly closer than expected as the halftime siren sounds.
We have the Dingos with a 38-point lead with 5 goals and 8 behinds. The Gargoyles yet to score. We'll be back after a halftime break. We'll be back in approximately 7 minutes and 53 seconds. So see you then here at the 2025 AFL Canada Men's Club Championship.
Play for fun. Play for fitness. Play for glory. Play for community. Play for club. Play for country. Play for each other. Play because you love playing. Play footy. Visit AFLCanada.com and find a club near you today.
Google Forms now accepts payments. The Payable Forms add-on allows for seamless integration of a digital checkout with your Google Forms. Install the Payable Forms add-on, link your payment provider, share, and get paid. Your customers can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, Cash App, Venmo, and more. Save time and hassle by automating your payment process quickly and simply. Payable Forms gets you paid.
Hello and welcome to Colonel Samuel Smith Park in Greater Toronto, Ontario for the inaugural AFL Canada Club Championship. Presented by Payable Apps. We're here for the Grand River Gargoyles Toronto Dingos. The Dingos with a commanding lead here, as would be expected based on the play in the AFL Ontario regular season. Greg, in this situation, if you're the Gargoyles, what are you looking to do here in the second half? I mean, a win is probably unlikely. What as a coach, would you say to your team in this sort of circumstance?
Well, look, it's the second game of the day for the Grand River Gargoyles, so you really want to end on a good note. And 2 more games tomorrow, heading into the morning game tomorrow against the Toronto Eagles, which will be a really good contest and something the Guards will have circled ahead of time as a game they would have wanted. So you want to finish strong, you want to win the half, as they say, or at least build on a few things so that you can come into tomorrow into the first match of the day and then the finals match. You know, in a tournament like this, every game you build towards, every game you get better. And that's something that you're looking to do. So as you said, maybe the win in this one, not quite as likely as it was, but you know, there's always something to work towards in a tournament like this.
And the Dingos, after the disappointment in the grand final on this field, certainly look like they're motivated to take home hardware after, you know, they don't seem to be stopping, or they weren't in that first half against Grand River. So we'll see what the second half entails with these two teams. Again, Grand River in maroon and gold, and the Dingos in black and red. Sort of the Essendon Bomber-like jumpers. Andrew McGraw was on this field during one of the finals rounds. Essendon Bomber, former first-round pick and player for them from Mississauga, Ontario.
Well-known Canadian footy player that plays in the AFL.
Yes, Mississauga. I hear there's lots of world-class restaurants and must-see attractions in that city.
I have
I've been
heard that
told
as
this.
well.
Yeah.
And, you know, lots to check out in Mississauga. But we are here in beautiful Colonel Samuel Smith Park in the front of Humber College Lakeshore Campus in beautiful Toronto, Ontario, Tobotoke, Ontario to be more specific. As we begin again in the second half of this contest between the Grand River Gargoyles and the Toronto Dingos. Dingos now going to your left to screen. Gargoyles with the intercept mark there heading towards your right. And as we said, just looking to build on things, get a little bit better as the day goes on, try to execute some of the things you're working on, and look towards that match tomorrow against the Eagles, which will be a really important match for them.
And Greg, this tournament, 8 teams, of course, from across the country, Calgary being the most west, and the Atlantic Pirates representing the Maritime provinces, really. So real east-west tournament. Talk about a little bit of the genesis of this tournament, and this is the first time a men's club championship has been run. Talk about what the idea was and why we're running this weekend.
Yeah, and as you said, really a coast-to-coast, or at least a west-to-east competition, and something where we said, you know, can we find ways to play more domestic footy, 18-a-side footy on a big oval, on the full-size field, and just get more opportunities for Canadian footy. I think, you know, you have your leagues and you have your domestic comps. You talked this morning about Calgary with their Metro competition. Really an opportunity here to play against different teams, to bring people together. Great mark taken there as we're talking. Really good mark over the top. But really an opportunity to just have a lot of people come together, celebrate the sport of footy, build the sport of footy, and have a real cracker weekend. So I think it's going to be, as it already has been, a really successful event. But really excited to see the teams that have traveled in Calgary, the Atlantic, and Quebec. As the Dingos take the ball in their goal square, great smother. And unfortunately unrewarded for the effort. I think that's...
I like it. Kicked it off the ground.
Called it a goal? Yeah.
Yes, it is a goal for the Dingos. That's their 6th. So 6 goals, 8 behinds, 44 points for the Dingos. The Gargoyles are yet to score.
And as you look at the context of, David, as you look at the context of this tournament in the broader scheme of things, you know, building off the success of the AFL Canada Cup women's tournament that's been for a number of years, there's been previous provincial and kind of regional tournaments run in the past on the men's side, but really I think that club model is something that we're building towards as you can play as your club, you compete as your club, and now you travel as your club to a tournament like this. I think it's going to be a really good model going forward.
Absolutely. What's great about this tournament is some of the certainly non-Ontario teams don't get to play on the large field. A lot of the leagues are small field play, rugby, soccer pitches, 9, 10, 11 aside. So to get the chance to play on a field that was meant for this sport is a great experience for these players. I know most get maybe 1 or 2 if they don't games a year. If they don't play in their regular schedule. So anyway, it really a great thing in a lot of ways for a lot of different reasons. I think for these players in this tournament.
Yeah, and you look at the quality on display here with the 50-50 Australian Canadian rule. So you have some of the skill from the Aussies, but you really get a chance to develop some of the Canadian players. And we have national team coaches here to watch. We have, you know, national players involved in the tournament. And when we look at the growth of footy in Canada as a more kind of holistic picture, having tournaments like these, high-level footy, development pathways, international programs, as it comes into the front of our commentary for a boundary throw-in. You have these incentives for people to join the sport, to play the sport, to stay in the sport. And, I think a tournament like this, you really set the stage for your year where you're always working towards something, where this tournament's here at the end of the year as a goal. So I think as we look at it from an AFL Canada perspective, a tournament like this is just a really important piece of the kind of total objective of growing the sport in Canada.
Daniel Gunn tries to keep it in, but can't quite do it, so it'll be a boundary throw-in right in front of our commentator's desk here. Nice ball in.
And as we talk about the AFL Canada Cup Women's Tournament, not just the men here this weekend. AFL Ontario, AFL Quebec match tomorrow, Women's Plus match tomorrow, which will see some really good Women's Plus footy played right here on Humber College. And again, a chance to play in the bigger field, bigger numbers than maybe that you can do in your domestic league. And that's another really important piece of the Northern Lights development program and the pathways towards high performance footy here in Canada.
Absolutely. Women, when they play international, of course, will be playing on the big field. So to get that experience is really important. And really excited to see that game. That's tomorrow, I believe, at noontime or so. Noon tomorrow.
A big thank you to EMM Consulting for that. As a Women's Plus partner, has been a big, long-time partner with the Northern Lights national team program as well. New head coach appointed on the Northern Lights side of things, Dean Hinchcliffe, recently appointed as head coach.
Sure, he'll be watching tomorrow and scout some players. So I'm sure they'll all want to put on a good showing for the new coach.
Absolutely.
Here's a kick for the Gargoyles. Will they get their first points? It could be a goal. It goes and
it's rushed through, so it is their first points.
They do get their first points. So with that one behind, the Gargoyles are on 1 point. The Dingos on 6 goals, 9 behinds, 45 points. So they do break the goose egg at least.
Now the challenge for them is, can they get it forward and lock it in? As we've said a few times in the last few games, it's the ability to get it forward and keep it there that really helps your midfielders and your defenders.
The class of the Dingos has been...
Great step.
Nice job, and they're getting a little bit of play now. Ball again in the forward 50 for the Gargoyles. Can they gain possession? Dingos, though, defending well, as you would expect, not making it easy, but there's... Nice handball at midfield.
Clever kick, changed his kick. Didn't quite work out for him, but he changed his kick with the defender on him.
It's like he has a bit of a cramp there. The heat could be a bit of an issue for these players. It is hot. That ball, a one-on-one here. Turns around is Chris Jepson.
Chased there by Kyle Mundell.
It rolls, and it rolls over the line for behind. That will be the Dingos' 10th. So that's 6 goals, 10 behinds, 46 points to the one behind for the Gargoyles, 1 point.
And I know we've been talking about what the Gargoyles need to, but if you're the Dingos and you're looking at 6-10, you're probably, you're looking to tomorrow to say, can we make that 10-6? In some of the games that are a little bit closer, those points that could have been goals could be the difference. And in a short tournament like this, as you said, or in a short matches in this tournament like you said, if you miss a couple of shots, that could be the difference.
Yeah, you have to think after the performance that the Atlantic Pirates are going to want to put on a tougher display than what they've had here. So, those missed kicks could be big for them.
As another one went through, rushed behind by the Gargoyles, 6'11", 47.
See if the Gargoyles can. That's a nice kick.
You can really see what they're trying to do with those get-out kicks. It's the next one that you need to be able to execute.
Dingo's just making it hard. There's no space, right? It's so right here that finds the grass and then goes over the line for a boundary throw. We are about 8.5 minutes into the second half. Again, 2 20-minute halves for these games. And there's a good tackle. Hemingway's Restaurant and Bar is the official after-party partner of the 2025 Men's Club Championships. Famous for the rooftop patio right in the heart of Yorkville, Hemingway's Restaurant and Bar offers delicious pub food, events, and international sports. Visit hemingways.to to book your reservation today.
Yeah, and that will, after a weekend like this, you know, bit of maybe contention on the field. Everybody's trying to win, but you go to the bar afterwards, and Hemingways will put on an absolutely spectacular event after the tournament. Everybody will celebrate a great weekend of footy.
After playing in this heat, I'm sure there'll be some suds flowing tomorrow.
And did he sneak that in? He did. What a kick there. I didn't see who kicked that. That was a really good finish.
That was, I could have gone another 30 meters, it seemed. That was well high. So that's 7 goals, 11 behinds, 53 points for the Dingos. The Gargoyles with their 1 point behind. So we're approaching the halfway point of the second half. The Dingos with the commanding lead. Gargoyles have had a little bit more of the ball in the second half. But the class of the Dingos is still something to behold, and yeah, you have to think that they're one of the favorites to win this tournament. Back
Two
comes,
bounces.
Oh, loses the ball though.
Just probably took on too much. Played on advantage here. He has a bounce. Bounces everywhere. You know, I've played, I want to say I've played about 11 years. I think I've taken 1 bounce, and he's just had 2 just on the wing day. Oh, good chase. Got the kick away. This is the good kick. That's a good kick. Into space and nothing else.
Hope it sets up for him. It does a little bit. There we go. Here is Jess Stinson. Tyler Parsons are at it, but picked up by the Dingos. Here's Daniel Gunn. Kicked by, I didn't see who that was. So
Mateo here just outside his 50-meter arch. Short little kick. Great lead coming into the forward puck. Is that James Talbot? 35? No, we know that's Chris Jepson. Call me maybe. I remember.
So we'll see if he can get his second. At least second. I don't think he has more than 2, but been a lot of goals. Tough to keep track.
Good passage of play, though. The short kick to the 50-meter arc, and then a really good lead coming out of the goal square there by Chris Jepson. And a really nice kick. Again, as a defender, nothing you can do about that when the kick to advantage like that.
A guy with some height. It's a perfect kick for what he would want. Picked up by the Dingos. Nice handball to number 5, Justin Moore. That goes wide and doesn't make it. Will it be rushed? It was kicked off the ground. Will it? Yes!
It was.
And there's another goal for the Dingos.
Probably a bit unlucky there for the Gargoyles. Stood up well on the line, just couldn't get it rushed through for the behind and fell to the ground and kicked off the ground for the goal.
8 goals, 11 behinds, 59 points for the Dingos, the 1 behind for the Gargoyles.
And as we talk about percentage again, you look ahead to that Atlantic Pirates game, who also had a big win. You know, having this score could be the difference in getting into a 1v1 final or a 2v2 final. So
never know how it's going to fall for sure. So that ball is again picked up by the Dingos. So a good run there, really high kick, and another one. Wow, that's sky high kick right in the defender's hands, and the Gargoyles will try to get out of danger. Dingos just know how to control the ball. They know where to be.
Jepson. Deep kick, running back with the flight. But well won by the Gargoyles defender. Number 5, it looked like. Stephen McLeod.
Handball still in the Dingos' end of the ground. Gargoyles are able to clear. Kicks up the line. Could be marked. No. Can't quite take it down. Trying to pick it up. And that will be a ball up by the umpire. Approaching 6 minutes left here in the second half. Dingos by 58. Gargoyles still looking for their first goal in this tournament. And they do get a mark there, so they will get some ball control here. Kick down the line. A little bit too high there. And there's a whistle. Going to be another boundary throw-in. Tribal Sport, the official tournament partner of the 2025 Men's Club Championships, with more than 20 years of experience and a deep understanding of the international footy market. Tribal Sport is your source for high-quality on- and off-field apparel. Visit tribalsport.com.au to order your club's merchandise today.
As the Dingos regain possession again in the middle of the ground. Little chip kick, but well collected. Has a bounce again, and he's gained a bit of space here. Had a second bounce. That one not quite as convincing. Number 4, Finn McGee.
Gargoyles able to pick it up. Handball. Goes a bit of a ride, and I think that's a tackle off the ball.
Ooh, called holding the ball.
Wow, okay.
How many times have we said that?
Umpire said it differently than I did. And that kick is perfect there to Derek Brissett.
30 meters out here on a good angle for the right footer. He'd want to kick this.
Dingo's looking for their 9th goal. Brissett's looking to see if he can provide it.
Sets it up instead, into the pocket.
And
Good body work there.
good defending. Gargoyles. Again, that first kick they seem to get most of the time. This is the kick that's been the issue for them.
Touched off the mark.
They do gain possession with Hunter Murray.
Not quite paid a mark. And it's a ball up.
Jeremy Schwartz and Truber with the attempt there. That's a ball up in near midfield. Off hands.
Got the kick away. Under pressure. Oh, good
Dingos.
chase. Read that well. Affected the handball, but it's won by the Dingos. Did a good job not to be called the holding. Again, affected the handball. Kicked into the pocket for a boundary throw.
Gargoyles still defending here, but doing pretty good job right now.
I don't think if you're the Gargoyles, if you look at, as we said, what are you building on? From the first half to the second half, you'd have to be quite happy with the way that this improved.
Certainly had way more of the ball, defending better, getting more control of the ball. But again, the Dingos have it now. Going to be kick at goal. That goes left and will be another behind for the Dingos. So that's 8 goals, 12 behind, 60 points for the Dingos. We're less than 3 minutes left in this one. Again, they know it well, having to try to clear the ball out of their defensive, but that's...
Went a little bit longer there and just a little bit deep for his teammate.
Kick towards the pocket.
Oh,
That's
strong mark. Number 5, Stephen McLeod on the Grand River Gargoyles. That was a strong mark. And now they're out. This is where if they can move it, if they can get it, they've got space here on this near wing.
Tyler Schwartz and Truber doesn't want to run too far.
Oh, made a bit of a mess of that.
Does get it to number
Worked
6,
out.
Tyler Parsons.
Could have been paid high, but not called. Good Shepherd.
Attempts to bounce, doesn't go well. It's approaching the line, not there yet. There's a tackle, and that goes over the line.
Could have been out on the full.
Could have been out on the full, but wasn't called. Josh Woods might have gotten away with one there. But it's going to be a ball in, ball thrown in. Less than 2 minutes left here in this matchup. Number 10, Harry Moore, but that is intercepted.
Good intercept mark. Better by the Gargoyles.
Schwartz and Truber picks it up. Oh, and gets
big
tackled
tackle.
quickly.
Well
And
read
that's
there.
holding the
Had to keep turning and go. Just took that extra step, and it was well read by number 45, James Talbot. Great kick.
Couldn't
come down with it.
Towards a lot of open space there, but That goes in the Dingos' hands. Couple
Oh, shook the tackle. Strong in the core.
Dingos. Lots of handballs right now. There's a kick. Nobody's hands, but that's
clever tap.
Nice.
Mateo again. Probably outside his range here, but with 30 seconds on the clock, he might look to take his time.
See what Lugarini can do here. Less than 30 seconds left by our clock. Again, our clock is unofficial, so there may be some difference in when the siren goes. What's pretty much for sure?
Goal.
What's for sure now is the Dingos will be winning this one. We'll see if they can extend that winning margin. That's kicked off defender's foot, and will be a boundary throw in. It won't be a boundary throw in because that is the siren. And that finishes this one where the Dingos win convincingly. The Dingos with an 8-goal, 12 behind, 60-point performance. The Gargoyles finish with 1 behind and 1 point. They do get their first point, not their first goal, but a little bit better of a second half by the Gargoyles, and certainly a good effort to not give up, as it really was. There was not much question by halftime. So.
Gargoyles tomorrow, as we said, facing off against the Toronto Eagles in game number 1 of the day. 8 a.m. start, a little bit earlier than our 9 a.m. start this morning. And the Toronto Dingos will face off in the match for first place potentially against the Atlantic Pirates.
Last of the pool games of this tournament actually will be the Pirates Dingos. But what we do have coming up next is the Toronto Rebels. The crosstown rival of the Dingos will be playing the Calgary Kangaroos. So get ready for that one. Going to be some more great footy here at the 2025 AFL Canada Men's Club Championship. So we'll see you then as we take pause from Colonel Samuel Smith Park.